Everyone told you Jupiter was the good guy, the gentle giant, the protector, the big friendly planet sitting at the edge of the solar system, quietly shielding Earth from incoming asteroids like some kind of cosmic bodyguard. That story is comfortable. It is also dangerously incomplete, because the same planet that occasionally deflects a comet away from Earth also hurls objects directly toward it. The same magnetic field that looks impressive from a distance would cook you alive before you got anywhere near it. The same storms that look like swirling art from a telescope have been violently raging since before the dinosaurs existed, and they show absolutely no sign of stopping. Jupiter is not the gentle giant of the solar system. Jupiter is the most violent, most destructive, most fundamentally terrifying object in the solar system, and we have been dramatically underestimating it. This is a video that changes how you see that bright dot in the night sky forever. Let's start with size, because until you actually sit with the numbers, nothing else about Jupiter makes sense. You could fit 1,300 Earths inside Jupiter, not next to it, inside it. Every continent, every ocean, every mountain range on this planet. Stack 1,300 of them, and you still haven't filled Jupiter's volume. But volume is just the beginning. Jupiter's mass is 2.5 times greater than every other planet in this solar system combined. Saturn, Uranus, Neptune, Mars, Venus, Earth, add them all together, then double that number. Jupiter still outweighs all of it. Think about what that means for a moment. Our entire solar system has 8 planets. One of them accounts for more than twice the mass of all the others put together. This is not a balanced system. This is a solar system dominated by one object that barely qualifies as a planet at all. Because here is the part that should genuinely unsettle you. Jupiter almost wasn't a planet. During the formation of the solar system, Jupiter came within a factor of 80 of igniting nuclear fusion in its core. If it had accumulated just 80 times more mass, in cosmic terms, a rounding error, the hydrogen in its core would have fused. Jupiter would have become a star. We would live in a binary star system. Earth, as a habitable world, would likely never have formed at all. Instead, we got something that sits in the space between planet and star. Too large to ignore, too violent to approach. And right now, it is sitting 600 million kilometers away, doing what it's always done, destroying things. Now let's talk about what Jupiter actually looks like up close. Because the pictures you have seen do not tell the real story. Those beautiful swirling bands of orange and cream, those are not clouds in any sense that means anything to you. Those are rivers of ammonia and hydrogen sulfide moving at speeds that have no comparison on Earth. The jet streams inside Jupiter's atmosphere exceed 600 kilometers per hour. That is faster than the speed of sound at sea level on this planet. And the Great Red Spot, that iconic storm you've seen in every science textbook since you were a child, has been continuously raging for at least 400 years, possibly much longer. We don't actually know when it started because we weren't watching closely enough. What we do know is that this single storm is large enough to swallow the entire Earth and still have room. Wind speeds at its outer edges top 400 kilometers per hour, and by Jupiter's standards, that is considered moderate. But none of that is the most dangerous thing about Jupiter's atmosphere. The most dangerous thing is what happens when you go deeper. Jupiter has no surface. There is no ground, no place to land, no floor. The atmosphere simply gets denser and denser as you descend, the pressure compressing around you with every kilometer. At a certain depth, something happens that has no equivalent anywhere on Earth. The pressure becomes so extreme that hydrogen, the lightest, simplest element in the universe, the gas that fills party balloons, stops being a gas. It stops being a liquid. It becomes something that should not exist at the temperatures and pressures we think of as normal. It becomes liquid metallic hydrogen, a material that conducts electricity like a metal while flowing like a liquid, a material we cannot create or study on Earth because we cannot generate the conditions that produce it. And that liquid metallic hydrogen ocean, churning deep inside Jupiter, is responsible for the most dangerous thing about this planet, Jupiter's magnetic field. Earth has a magnetic field. It is the reason life exists here. It deflects charged particles from the sun, protects our atmosphere, and makes the planet habitable. Without it, Earth would look like Mars. Jupiter's magnetic field is approximately 20,000 times stronger than Earth's. 20,000 times. If you could somehow see Jupiter's magnetic field with your naked eyes, it would appear larger than the full moon from Earth's surface. It extends outward for millions of kilometers in every direction, reaching nearly as far as Saturn's orbit. It is the largest structure in the entire solar system, and it is completely invisible. But here is what nobody tells you in the textbooks. Jupiter's magnetic field does not protect, it destroys. The field traps charged particles streaming in from the sun and accelerates them to speeds approaching the speed of light. These particles form radiation belts around Jupiter so intense that they would kill an unprotected human being in minutes. Not hours, minutes. The radiation environment around Jupiter is not an obstacle to exploration. It is actively hostile to the existence of electronics, instruments, and life. When NASA's Juno spacecraft arrived at Jupiter in 2016, engineers built a titanium radiation vault to protect its core electronics. The vault weighs 200 kilograms. It is a safe, built into a spacecraft, designed entirely to survive proximity to a planet. And even with that vault, Juno can only make close passes lasting a few hours before the radiation levels threaten to destroy its systems. The Galileo probe, which deliberately plunged into Jupiter's atmosphere in 2003, absorbed a radiation dose equivalent to 25 million dental X-rays before the pressure crushed it and the heat vaporized it. We sent that probe to its death deliberately, because there was no other way to get the data. And what Jupiter does to spacecraft is nothing compared to what it does to the solar system itself. Jupiter's gravity is so immense that it did not merely form as part of the solar system. It actively shaped it. Early in the solar system's history, Jupiter migrated inward toward the sun, moving as close as Mars's current position. As it moved, it scattered material in every direction. It destroyed protoplanets that were forming in the inner solar system. It stripped Mars of the mass it needed to grow into a true planet, which is why Mars is so small and geologically dead today. It cleared the asteroid belt, not by removing the material, but by preventing it from ever becoming a planet in the first place. The asteroid belt is not the remains of a destroyed planet. It is the graveyard of planets that Jupiter never allowed to be born. And this influence did not end with the solar system's formation. It is ongoing right now. In 1994, astronomers watched comet Shoemaker-Levy 9 get captured by Jupiter's gravity, torn apart into 21 separate fragments and pulled toward the planet one piece at a time. Each fragment struck Jupiter's atmosphere at 60 kilometers per second. The impact scars left on Jupiter's cloud tops were larger than Earth. The energy released by each impact was equivalent to millions of nuclear weapons simultaneously. If that comet had reached Earth instead of Jupiter, this conversation would not be happening. You might expect that at least Jupiter's moons offer some refuge. After all, Europa has a liquid ocean beneath its icy surface. Ganymede is larger than Mercury. These are worlds we discuss as potential candidates for life. But every one of Jupiter's moons exists inside the most hostile radiation environment in the solar system. Io, the closest of the four large moons, is the most volcanically active body we have ever found. Every few years, its entire surface reshapes itself through eruption. This is not because Io has unusual geology. It is because Jupiter's gravity needs Io like dough, generating so much internal friction and heat that the moon has essentially no geological stability whatsoever. Europa, the moon scientists most hope could harbor life, orbits directly within Jupiter's radiation belts. The surface of Europa receives a radiation dose that would be lethal to any known organism. If life exists in Europa's ocean, it survives only because it is buried beneath kilometers of ice that absorb the constant particle bombardment from above. These moons are not sanctuary worlds. They are prisoners orbiting a planet that has been slowly destroying them for 4 billion years. Here is what I want you to take away from all of this. Jupiter is not dangerous in one specific way. It is dangerous in every way simultaneously. The pressure destroys anything that enters its atmosphere. The radiation destroys anything that approaches it. The gravity reshapes the orbits of everything nearby. The storms have been raging longer than our entire recorded history. The magnetic field extends across hundreds of millions of kilometers of space. There is no safe way to approach Jupiter. There is no safe orbit. Every mission we have ever sent there was operating under a time limit imposed not by fuel or budget, but by the planet itself. Jupiter has been here for 4.5 billion years. It was violent before the first fish swam in Earth's oceans. It will be violent long after the last human being draws their last breath. And in all that time, it has not softened. It has not calmed. It has not become anything other than what it is. When you look up at night and find that bright, steady point of light that doesn't twinkle like the stars, you are looking at a storm that has been running for centuries. A radiation field that spans the solar system. A gravitational force that decided the fate of every planet in this neighborhood, including ours. Jupiter is not the king of the solar system because it earned respect. It is the king because nothing else was strong enough to survive it. If Jupiter terrified you even a little, hit that subscribe button because we're just getting started. Every week we go deeper into the things the universe doesn't want you to understand. Like this video if you learned something new, and drop a comment which fact hit hardest. I'll see you in the next one.